I'd like to talk to you today about a basic idea that has changed the lives of millions of people around the world. This idea is simple, but very powerful, and if you use it regularly, it will help you build a strong base for your financial success. Let's talk more about the idea of paying yourself first. Simple, but very powerful. Paying yourself first is a concept that will greatly affect your ability to build wealth over time. Take a moment to imagine that every time you get paid, you save 10% of your money before you spend it on anything else. This 10% isn't for paying bills, covering daily costs, or even having fun. You are the only one who will use this money for your future. You put it in a private account just for building wealth, and you don't touch it except to invest it and watch it grow. Throughout history, many people have used this principle to transform their financial lives. From young professionals to individuals with modest incomes, everyone has found this practice to be an effective way to secure their future. The key is consistency and making this habit an integral part of your life. It doesn't matter how much you earn, what matters is how much you manage to keep and grow. A crucial point I want to highlight is the power of compound interest. Suppose you save just $10 a month and invest it in an average mutual fund that grows between 8% and 10% annually. Over your working life, you could accumulate more than $1 million. This is the power of compound interest working in your favor. The sooner you start saving and investing, the more time your money has to grow, and the more significant the accumulated amount will be at the end. Now, I know that developing the habit of saving and investing isn't easy. It requires determination, willpower, and above all, a commitment to yourself. You need to set it as a clear goal, write it down, make a plan, and work on it consistently. This habit, once established, will become the cornerstone of your financial success. This is where frugality comes into play. Being frugal doesn't mean being stingy. It means being smart and conscious about your spending. Every penny counts, especially at the beginning of your working life. Question every expense and delay or defer significant purchasing decisions for at least a week, if not a month. The longer you postpone a purchasing decision, the better your decision will be and the better the price you will get. A major obstacle for many people is the tendency to spend everything they earn. This is known as Parkinson's Law, which states that expenses tend to rise to meet income. Your task is to break this law. Start by putting away 1% of your income if you can't save 10% right away. Get used to living on 99% of what you make. If you feel good about your savings, raise them to 2%, then 3%, and so on. You might be able to save at least 10% of your income in a year and live well on the rest. If you do these things, not only will your finances get better, but you'll also create an attitude of power and wealth. Your money will be in order, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a millionaire during your working years. Open a special account for saving money today and put some money in it, even if it's only a small amount. This is the first thing that needs to be done to have a bright and safe financial future. First, I want to talk about the basic idea behind paying yourself first. Even though this idea is easy, it can have a huge effect on your life if you use it regularly. We'll talk about how you can use this idea and why it's so important for your long-term financial health. If you save 10% of your paycheck every time you get paid before you spend it on anything else, that 10% is just for you and your financial future. You put it in a private account just for building wealth, and you don't touch it except to invest it and watch it grow. Paying yourself first can make the difference between having money problems and having a life full of comfort and plenty. So why is it so important to pay yourself first? The main reason is that it makes your thoughts and actions clear about what's most important. When you pay yourself first, you're telling yourself that your financial future is important, that you value your security and long-term well-being. This act forces you to live on the remainder of your income, adjusting your spending to what's left after setting aside your 10%. This principle also helps you avoid the trap of Parkinson's Law. As mentioned in the introduction, Parkinson's Law states that expenses tend to increase to match income. This means that no matter how much you earn, you tend to spend almost all of it. Paying yourself first forces you to break this cycle as you adjust your expenses to what remains after saving. Now let's talk about how to implement this principle practically. The first step is to open a special account for financial accumulation. This account should be separate from your checking and regular savings accounts. The idea is for this account to be sacred, a place where your money grows without being touched for everyday expenses. Once you have this account, set up an automatic transfer of 10% of your paycheck each time you get paid. This system is very important because it keeps you from spending that money before you set it away. By setting the process to happen automatically, you make sure that you always pay yourself first, no matter what. At first, you might feel like you don't have enough money. This happens when you're getting used to a new habit. You'll get used to living on 90% of your income, though. You might even come up with clever ways to save money and live more simply. When you pay yourself first, you need to be able to be frugal. Being thrifty doesn't mean being cheap. It just means being aware of and careful with how you spend your money. Should every cost be looked at to see if it's really needed? Is there a way to get the same thing for less money? Could this purchase be put off until later? You can save more money and make more money if you think like a frugal person. As you get into the habit of paying yourself first, look for ways to spend your money. You shouldn't let the money in your savings account just sit there without doing anything. To make it grow over time, you need to put it to work. A popular option is investing in mutual funds, which typically offer an average annual growth of 8% to 10%. The key is to diversify your investments and seek professional advice if needed. The power of compound interest is another crucial aspect of paying yourself first. By reinvesting your earnings, you allow your money to grow exponentially over time. For example, if you save $100 a month and invest that money at an annual 8% return, you could accumulate more than $1 million by retirement. This is the power of compound interest working in your favor and is another reason to start paying yourself first as soon as possible. Don't underestimate the psychological impact of this habit. Watching your financial accumulation account grow will make you feel more secure and confident about your future. This confidence can motivate you to find more ways to save and invest, creating a virtuous cycle of financial growth. Finally, keep in mind that paying yourself first is something you should do all the time. You won't see results right away, but your savings and investments will grow a lot over time. Stick to your plans and be disciplined, and your hard work will pay off. Paying yourself first can change the way you think about money and how you handle it. For financial freedom, you need to put your financial future first and set up automatic saves. The most important thing is how much you can save and grow, not how much you earn. Today, start paying yourself first, and you'll see a big change in your finances. We've talked about how important it is to pay yourself first, which is a basic rule for getting rich. Now let's look at another very powerful idea, the magic of compound interest. There's a way to increase your savings that will help you become financially independent faster than you think. Compound interest is interest that is earned on interest that has already been saved. This means that you not only earn interest on your initial investment, but also on the earnings that investment generates. Over time, this process can create a snowball effect where your savings grow exponentially. To illustrate this concept, imagine that you save $100 a month and invest it in a mutual fund that offers an annual growth of 8%. By the end of your first year, you will have saved $1,200 and earned approximately $96 in interest. In the second year, you will not only earn interest on the original $1,200, but also on the $96 of interest earned in the first year. This process continues, and each year, your savings and accumulated interest generate even more interest. It takes time for compound interest to work. It's important to note that compound interest works best when you let your money grow for a long time. This is the main reason why you should begin saving and investing right away. Time is your best friend when it comes to getting rich, even if you can only save small amounts at first. Let's look at a real life case. Let's say you start putting away $100 a month when you're 25 years old and keep doing it until you're 65. If you put that money in an account with an 8% yearly interest rate, you will have $48,000 saved between now and then. But because interest builds on itself, your total investment will be more than $300,000. This is more than 6 times the money you put in the first place. The way this example shows how time affects the growth of your savings through compound interest is very clear. Each year is important, and the earlier you start, the longer you will have to use this powerful money tip. So how can you harness the magic of compound interest in your own life? Here are some practical steps. 1. Start early. The sooner you begin saving and investing, the better. Even if you can only save small amounts at first, time will be on your side. 2. Save and invest. Regularly, consistency is key. Make regular contributions to your savings and investments and avoid the temptation to withdraw that money. 3. Reinvest your earnings. Instead of spending the interest or dividends you earn, reinvest those gains so they can generate even more interest. 4. Be patient and stay disciplined. Compound interest works best over many years. Maintain discipline and avoid withdrawing your investments prematurely. Spread out your investments. Don't put all of your money into one thing. Diversify to lower your risk and open up more growth possibilities. Always keep in mind that compound interest is not a way to get rich quick. It takes time, focus, and patience. but people who understand and follow this rule can build a strong financial base and become financially independent in the long run. This force is so strong that Albert Einstein called it the strongest force in the world. You can completely change your future once you understand how it works and use it in your money matters. Don't forget how important it is to start saving and investing money right now, even if it's just a little. These small purchases will grow over time and become a big source of financial security. If you want to be financially independent, you need to know how to use the magic of compound interest. If you start saving and investing early, do it regularly, return your earnings, and stay disciplined. You can use the power of compound interest to reach your financial goals and make your savings grow. Now let's explore another fundamental principle for achieving independence: frugality as a lifestyle. Frugality is not just about spending less, but about spending wisely and consciously. Let's discover how this approach can transform your financial life and help you maximize your savings and investments. Frugality is the practice of being careful and deliberate with your money. It doesn't mean depriving yourself of the things you enjoy, but making informed and conscious decisions about your spending. Frugality allows you to prioritize what is truly important to you and avoid unnecessary expenses that don't add value to your life. Keeping a full record of your costs for a month, writing down every single one, is one of the first things you can do to become more frugal. Make a list of all the places your money is going. This will help you find places to save money. It's easy to forget how much we spend on small things like coffee every day or eating out, which can add up fast. Set a budget once you have a good idea of how much you spend each month. You can keep track of your money and make sure you're not spending more than you can afford with a budget. Set aside a certain amount of money for each type of buying, such as investing and saving. Follow your budget and make changes as needed. Frugality also involves being creative and finding ways to reduce costs without sacrificing quality of life. Here are some strategies. 1. Cook at home. Eating out can be expensive. Cooking at home is not only more cost-effective, but also allows you to control the quality and health of your meals. Plan your meals, make a shopping list, and buy in bulk when possible. 2. Buy secondhand. Many items, such as clothes, furniture, and electronics, can be purchased secondhand at a fraction of the original cost. Explore thrift stores, garage sales, and online marketplaces for good deals. 3. Review fixed expenses. Examine your fixed costs, such as rent, utilities, and insurance. Look for ways to reduce these expenses, such as renegotiating contracts, switching to more affordable providers, or implementing energy-saving measures in your home. 4. Take advantage of offers and discounts. Before making a purchase, research if there are any deals, discounts, or coupons available. Often, you can save a significant amount by waiting for a sale or using a coupon. 5. Learn to do things yourself. Instead of paying for services, learn to do things yourself. From home repairs to personal care, there are many skills you can acquire that will save you money in the long run. Being frugal also means thinking about the long run. Before you buy something, you should think about how it fits with your long-term financial goals. Think about whether you really need the thing and whether it will make your life better. If the answer is no, you might want to wait to buy it or look for something cheaper. Being thrifty not only saves you money, but it also gives you more money to put into savings and investments. You can increase the amount you save each month and use the power of compound interest that we talked about by cutting down on your spending. These small, cost-effective choices can have a big effect on your finances over time. Furthermore, being thrifty makes you value the things that really matter in life more. Spending less on things that aren't necessary lets you focus on the things that really make you happy and satisfied, like spending time with family, doing things outside, or working on yourself. Frugality enables you to live a fuller and more meaningful life. It's important to remember that frugality is not a temporary fix, but a lifestyle. It's not about depriving yourself of all pleasure, but about being conscious and deliberate with your financial decisions. Over time, you will find that you can live comfortably and achieve your financial goals without feeling deprived. Frugality as a lifestyle is a powerful tool for achieving financial independence. By being mindful and deliberate with your spending, you can maximize your savings and investments and build a solid financial foundation. Embrace frugality in your daily life and see how your finances improve and your life becomes richer and more fulfilling. Continuing with the steps for your financial future, let's discuss a common obstacle many people face on their path to financial independence: Parkinson's Law. We'll understand what it is and how you can overcome it to live within your means and achieve your financial goals. When you want to become financially independent, you need to get rid of Parkinson's Law, which was created by British historian Cyril Northcote Parkinson. It says that no matter how much money you make, you will always find a way to spend a little more. This can keep you living paycheck to paycheck, even if your income goes up, and keep you from saving a lot of money. To do this, you need to change your mindset and habits so that you can live below your means and save and invest some of your income. 1. Create and stick to a budget. A budget is an essential tool for managing your expenses and ensuring that you live within your means. Start by recording all your monthly income and expenses. Then assign a specific amount to each expense category, including savings and investments. Sticking to your budget requires discipline, but it is an effective way to avoid spending more than you earn. 2. Automate your savings. As mentioned in the first part of this podcast, automating your savings is a powerful strategy. Set up automatic transfers of a portion of your income to a savings or investment account. This ensures that you are saving before you spend. 3. Live on a smaller percentage of your income. An effective way to overcome Parkinson's law is to consciously reduce the percentage of your income that you spend. If you currently spend 100% of your income, try reducing it to 90%, then 80%, and so on. This gradual approach will help you adjust to living on less without feeling deprived. 4. Question. Every expense, adopt a critical mindset towards your expenses. Before making a purchase, ask yourself if you really need the item and if it will add value to your life. If the answer is no, reconsider the purchase. This approach will help you avoid impulsive spending and spend more consciously. 5. Avoid the temptation to increase your spending with every income increase. It is common for people to increase their spending every time they receive a raise or bonus. To overcome Parkinson's law, it is crucial to resist this temptation. Instead of increasing your spending, allocate most of your income to savings and investments. This will accelerate your path to financial independence. 6. Seek more economical alternatives. Whenever possible, look for ways to reduce your costs. This may include finding more affordable service providers, renegotiating contracts, or finding ways to save on daily expenses. Even small savings can add up significantly over time. 7. Set clear. Financial goals, having specific and realistic financial goals, gives you a clear purpose for saving and spending wisely. Your goals may include saving for an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for retirement. Working towards these goals will motivate you to control your spending and avoid the trap of Parkinson's law. 8. Develop a long-term mindset. Overcoming Parkinson's law requires a long-term perspective. Instead of focusing on immediate gratification, think about how each financial decision affects your future. This mindset will help you make wiser decisions and keep your spending under control. You can stop the cycle of Parkinson's law and start living within your means by using these tips. Remember that focus and consistency are the keys to getting around this law. You will get closer to your financial goals with every small step you take to cut costs and invest more. Getting past Parkinson's law is a must if you want to be financially independent. You can take charge of your finances and build a strong foundation for the future by making a budget, automating your savings, living on a smaller percentage of your income, questioning every expense, not spending more when your income goes up, looking for cheaper alternatives, setting clear financial goals, and developing a long-term mindset. Allow us to talk about how you can use what you've learned to change your financial situation and become financially independent. Changing your habits and way of thinking about money is an ongoing process that will help you achieve long-term economic security and growth. It comes from constantly following the rules we've talked about, and it takes dedication, discipline, and time. Here are some important steps you can take to make your cash situation better. The first step in your financial transformation is to define what you want to achieve. Set clear and specific goals that are realistic and attainable. Your goals might include saving a certain amount of money, paying off all your debt, investing for retirement, or buying a house. Write down these goals and place them in a visible location to stay focused and motivated. Once you have defined your goals, it's time to create a comprehensive financial plan. This plan should include a detailed budget, savings and investment strategies, and a timeline for achieving your objectives. Be sure to include an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses and protect yourself from potential financial setbacks. To ensure you are making progress toward your goals, automate your savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers of a portion of your income to savings and investment accounts. This automation will help you avoid the temptation to spend that money and ensure that you are always moving toward your financial objectives. Learning about money is very important for your change. Spend some time learning about money, stocks, and how to plan your finances. Read books, go to workshops, and pay attention to what financial experts say. In order to make smart choices and take advantage of your chances to make more money, you need to know more. Changes in finances don't happen all at once. They happen over time. Always be looking for ways to get better and adjust to new situations. This is called a growth attitude. To deal with changes in your life and the business, be open to making changes to your financial plan. Check your budget often and make changes as needed to make sure you stay on track. This will assist you in finding places to lower your costs and make more money. Being frugal and smart with your money should always be things you do. As you change your finances, it's important to remember the good things you've done. No matter how small the goal is, remember it and enjoy when you reach it. This will keep you going and help you remember that you are getting better. But don't be afraid to mess up either. Making mistakes is a way to learn and get better. Look at what went wrong and change your plan so that you don't make the same mistakes again. Your environment can greatly impact your financial success. Surround yourself with people who share your financial goals and values. Seek out mentors and join groups or communities that support and motivate you. The positive influence of others can be a powerful source of inspiration and support. Financial transformation does not happen overnight. It requires time, effort, and patience. Stay consistent and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Remember that every small step you take brings you closer to your goals. Financial transformation is a journey that anyone can undertake, regardless of their current situation. By applying the principles we've discussed in this podcast, you can change your financial life and build a future of security and freedom. We've reached the end of this episode where we've explored fundamental concepts for achieving financial independence. We've talked about the power of paying yourself first, the magic of compound interest, frugality as a lifestyle, and how to overcome Parkinson's law. We've also discussed the importance of financial transformation and how you can apply it to change your life. Now, I'd like to go over a few important things again and stress them. First, don't forget to pay yourself first. This habit will help you decide how to best spend your money on investments and savings, making sure you build a strong base for your future finances. Next, use the power of compound interest to make your savings grow much faster over time. Being frugal doesn't mean going without things. It means being smart and careful about how much you spend. Always ask yourself why you're spending money on something and look for ways to save money without lowering your standards of living. If you can get past Parkinson's law, you can stop spending all the money you make and start living within your means, putting more money into savings and investments. Changing your finances is a constant process that needs dedication, self-control, and time. Make a detailed financial plan, set clear goals, and set up automatic ways to save and spend your money. Always be learning more about money and keep an open mind about growth and change. I hope you have found the principles and strategies we've discussed useful and motivating. Remember, the key to financial success is in your hands. Apply these concepts, and you will see how your life begins to transform for the better. Before we say goodbye, I want to invite you to leave your comments and questions. Your feedback is very valuable to us, and we want to ensure we are addressing the topics that interest you most and help you. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our upcoming episodes. Each week, we will continue to explore new financial strategies and principles that will help you achieve financial independence and freedom. And finally, I want you to share this podcast with family and friends who are also interested in getting ahead financially. We can build a group of people who are dedicated to their own financial growth and success if we work together. Thanks again for your time and for being a part of this group. I'm excited to keep going on this journey with you and give you more tools and information that can change your life. Always remember to learn and grow, and until next time, keep working toward your financial goals.
Thank you.